very good morning to every one of you out there. And today is a very special day because it's not only my day 77, but it's also my boy's second boy birthday, which falls on the 6th of May, and today he turns 6 today. And this is where, it brings us a lot to remember back about life and etc. All right. And in terms of today, my daily life sharing, I invited a very special person. All right. He is well known. He's been featured in so many articles and also in media. He's been interviewed in media. He's been doing a lot of advising in social media as well. You know, he is actually nevertheless Mr. Helmi Hakim. And what I wish to learn from him today is actually a lot more in terms of real estate and security. Because why? Most of us, when we buy something, we need to be secure. We want to feel safe. We want to, if anything happens to us, we want to make sure that it will be secured for our loved ones, our family. So, without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Helmi Hakim. Welcome on board, Mr. Helmi.
Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
Financial consultant Helmi Hakim here from Takaful.sg. Thank you, Agent Han, for having me here. Yes, my name is Helmi Hakim. I'm a financial consultant with Takaful.sg. I specialize in helping Muslim families plan their finance the Sharia compliant way in Singapore so that we can live peacefully on this earth and in the Akhirah. Amin, inshallah.
Amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Okay, Halmi, thank you
Yes.
so much for coming on board and also taking up your time. I know you are a very busy person. I know after this also you have another meeting.
Yeah.
It seems like circuit breaker has been doing very well for you. Huh?
Alhamdulillah. This circuit breaker
You
is
have
a
been very
key for all
busy.
of us.
I also keep following you on social media. You keep sharing a lot of information in terms of insurance, in terms of finances, and I've been following so much. So that's why, you are one of the best person that I to brought on board with my platform. All right. So without further ado, without taking so much of your time, I know that you have back-to-back appointment. Um, I think it's very important for real estate and to rely with people like you because we want to feel secure. But however, most of us, we always secure our home with the what is known as compulsory or minimum. You see, so this is where I want to ask you a lot of things, but maybe we can more in depth with you personally, or consumer out there, or people who are hearing this can go personally with Helmi Hakim. But let's touch on the main basic core of today's topic, which is I want to ask you. It has been told when one buy a property with a mortgage loan, it's a must for them to cover with HPS, which is Housing Protection Scheme. Can you share with us the importance of this and why should one take up 100%? Because it's not compulsory for everyone out there to take up 100% because they
Right.
can choose to take up to like 50%, which is cheaper, premium for them to pay. So can
Okay.
you just share a little bit more?
Okay. Thank you, Agent Han, for your question. And so, first thing first, what is HPS? HPS is Home Protection Scheme. And it's a mortgage reducing term insurance. And what's this insurance used for? It helps you to take care of your outstanding home loans should something unexpected happen to you. Example like death, like total and permanent disability, or like terminal illness. And the thing about this home protection scheme, right? It covers you till the age of 65 or when you clear your housing loan, whichever is earlier. And yeah, this home protection scheme, right, is a mortgage reducing term insurance. Mortgage reducing term insurance means what? It means that when your loan, right, is lower over the years, your coverage, your insurance coverage will also be lower in tandem with your housing loan.
Correct.
And the second one, why is it important? Why should someone take 100% coverage for this HPS? Okay, so firstly first, HPS, how it works, right? When you buy your house, right? Maybe HDB or what, right? You compulsory lah, right? For you to take this thing called HPS. And so, example, if I pay my monthly installment 60%, and my wife pay 40%, and the most minimum, right? In terms of HPS, I need to have 60%
Correct.
coverage, and my wife need to have 40%
40%.
coverage. But the thing here is that I like what Agent Han has shared earlier, and it is advisable for you, for anyone out there who buy a house, to have 100%
True.
insurance coverage, meaning I have 100% coverage, my wife also have 100% coverage, means both of us insured have 100% coverage. Because why? Because in the case of death and total permanent disability and terminal illness, me or my wife don't need to worry really about this thing called housing loans. Okay, Agent Han, the thing here is that is like this, no? And for some people, they told me lah, but Helmi, I only contribute 60%, what? My wife 40%. Why must
Mhm.
have 40%? My wife is working, what? So and I'm also working, so we just have it proportion lah. Why must have 100%? The thing here is that this is your current financial situation right now. Both of you are working, but as years goes by, right, what I realize is that some spouse, they don't want to work already, and maybe your wife in the future bila dah ada anak all that kan, don't want to work already. Okay, and when you have 100% coverage, right, should death happen to you in the future, you tak akan bebankan your anak or your isteri and anak-anak. If not, mengada lah, suami meninggal, suami mati meninggalkan hutang. Especially for those isteri kan yang dah lama tak bekerja lah kan, and if they need to shoulder the burden of paying housing loan, because the spouse has passed away and he do not have a comprehensive 100% coverage, then there will be a problem in the future. So
I think
advisable.
correct. I think I myself also witness many times because I serve many clients over 13 years. The past 13 years, some of them, they got no choice. They have to sell because the coverage of even actually the
Yeah.
spouse, the husband have a 50% coverage, but the
Okay.
balance mortgage loans is still about 100 plus over thousand, which
Wow.
equivalents to about every month. They have to pay about 6 to 700, which the
Oh.
wife is not working, and the wife has
Exactly.
never been working.
Oh.
For them to shoulder this every singular month, it is quite heavy because
Exactly.
yeah, when husband passed on, she just start a new life again to rebuild the life, and then maybe start to look out for work, and they have still small children. Until I see many of these kind of cases, and it's quite pity, and that's why it is I strongly emphasize, if possible, you have the capacity, get the 100% coverage. Yes, the premium is a little bit more, but I think it will secure if, let's say, anything happens to us, our
Yes.
family do not have to carry the burden that you say just now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
anyway,
while
yeah,
sorry,
brother, the premiums anyway is being serviced by CPF ordinary account. You use your CPF ordinary account for
I
this.
believe so.
Yes,
Is it
HPS,
for
correct.
bank loans also? We can use our CPF.
I'm not sure about that, but conventionally lah, for housing loans itself, right, you are using your CPF ordinary account lah, for HDB house. Yeah, for the
Correct.
HPS scheme. Yeah. So I fully agree with you on that lah. Because why? Because if you are fully covered, right, 100% covered, right, at least lah, at least the wife don't need to worry about this huge 100,000 loan,
True.
like your client is facing, and don't need to worry about these additional expenses of $600 a month. Yeah,
Correct.
he just can focus on recovery, on looking for a new job, and then managing
The
your current
families,
children. Exactly, correct.
correct, correct. While we are in this topic now, right,
Yes,
there is one more thing that I want to ask with you, because why?
yes.
I think it's very important. It's very common for me and my clients. Every time when we go for completion, we must make sure our fire insurance must be
Mm,
paid for the next term.
correct.
All right. So I will have this one question: is HPS sufficient for one to get coverage for their when they buy a house? All right. Or is there any other comprehensive that most didn't know, or aside from the typical 5 years fire insurance.
All right. Yeah. So first thing first, we understand that HPS, right, Home Protection Scheme, is a mortgage reducing term insurance, and we are aware that one is for your mortgage. Okay, mortgage. Okay, and you talk about what fire insurance, right? Agent
Correct.
Han, I just renewed my fire insurance last week.
And I think that is only like a few dollars, right?
Yes, because you know lah, my house just MOP, so
Oh,
every 5 years kan.
oh, five
So
years you MOP already, yeah.
uh,
Oh, then I
just
know I
MOP
know
only.
where to prospect already. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, like what you mentioned, right? Fire insurance is very cheap lah. And it cost me only about $7.13 for a 5 room flat lah. And it
Correct.
covers for 5 years lah. The sum assured is $97,300. Okay, but the thing here, right, is that fire insurance, right, is inadequate, not enough. Because why? Because HDB fire insurance only cover the original structure of the elements of your home. Like example, damage to your walls, your electrical wing, your HDB water pipes. Yeah, that one HDB fire insurance cover. All right. HDB fire insurance doesn't cover your renovated fittings, your flooring, your walk-in wardrobe, your furniture, your appliances, the contents of your home, all your barang-barang at your home. That one doesn't cover. And your personal belongings. And so for all my clients or for anyone out there, right, in addition to your HDB fire insurance, what I propose them or what I recommend them to get is get a home insurance plan and get a comprehensive comprehensive home insurance plan to cover your contents in your house and to cover your personal belongings, to cover your appliance, to cover your furniture, and to cover your walk-in wardrobe if you have, and to cover your floorings, to cover your renovated fittings, all that, and get a comprehensive home insurance plan in addition to the HDB fire insurance plan.
All right. Why would we need to have this additional, you think?
Why do we need to have this additional? Yeah, because if some people thought fire insurance enough ni lah. Kan?
Correct.
If fire occur kan, I mean letak lah. I think you know of a lot of instances lah where they charge what you call that, this PMD thing, and then the
Ah,
fire broke out at the home, or
correct.
maybe small young kids play with fire lah at home or what. Of course we won't want all this to happen, but sometimes
True.
things do happen. And when things do happen, right, some people they thought, oh, it's okay, I'm comprehensively covered. And because why? Because I have HDB fire insurance.
HDB fire insurance, the $7 plus. Ah.
Yeah, they thought I cover already lah. They cover already. But when it comes to claims, right, then they start to realize, hey, wait, if I want to renovate back all my house, this HDB fire insurance doesn't cover. If I want to claim, example, if I have a lot of furnitures, my sofa set, my TV set, all burn, right? I cannot claim all that. But if you have an additional plan called the comprehensive home insurance plan, yeah, most of that, everything, all that, and you can cover. You can get it covered. You can claim. And you can get some form of reimbursement and for you to buy all your new sofa set and for you to renovate your house, all that. And so that's
Losses.
why
Ah.
this is essential, important.
Correct. I think it's very important because why? As the recent experience, we saw a few fire broke out in the house, and
Mm,
it affected also neighbors.
exactly.
All right, it affected some neighbors also. The fire goes to the neighbor's house, a little bit damage done by the neighbor's window and etc. So
Mm,
if let's say we do not have the comprehensive,
mm.
that means our fire insurance, the normal $7 plus only cover our four walls. Correct or not?
Yes,
It's
yes,
only the walls
exactly,
inside, and it don't cover
exactly.
our neighbor. So if let's say our
Yes.
neighbor were to claim charges against us, that's why
Yes.
we don't have the comprehensive. That means we have to come out our own pocket money and our own funds, right?
Yes, yes. And there's a lot of money. Mana nak
Ah,
cakap duit tu?
betul lah, betul. I think it's quite true, quite true. Okay, as we are living in Singapore, as we know, most of us, if let's say we commit to even 5 room flat, you are staying in a 5 room flat is
Yes.
considered luxury already, you know.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
It's considered luxury. Because why? We are living in a high standards. I would say against among the rest of the world to compare. Our standard of living is quite high. So
Right.
this is where we want to have a lot of leveraging. as the recent news we hear, a lot of people go to home-based businesses, all that. It's actually to get by with daily expenses, to meet and needs, you see. So I think you, as a financial plan, I think you can assist many of us Singaporean with, a lot of things. So I want to ask you one question, Helmi. As a Singapore is one of the fastest moving country and one of the most expensive place on earth to live in. How can one leverage on insurance or insurance investment or financial plan that you can propose to have a comfortable, fulfilling retirement plan? This is where actually, right, myself, I focus a lot more on planning ahead for retirement because I see many experience. I saw many retirees. They are not able to retire well due to they do not have proper planning done right at the beginning. When they are 30 years old, when they are 40 years old, they only start to plan. Oh shoot, I just turned 55. I want to plan to retire. By the time I want to plan to retire, I'm out of job. I'm already very tired. I'm so weak. So that's where they just force themselves to get by daily. I got no choice lah. I got no choice. I got to go out and work. You see, this is where I really focus a lot to all our community. All right, all our community, regardless race or religion, as long as you are Singaporean, I truly, truly advise you, let's start planning ahead, especially when we are at our early age, when we are strong, we are 30s, we are 40s, early age of career. I think this is very good. So maybe, Helmi, you can share with us a little bit here and there.
Okay, so first thing first, I totally agree with you lah that Singapore, right, is one of the most expensive place to live on this earth, on this earth, right? And in fact, Singapore, right, has one of the highest Gini coefficient in the world. And what do I mean by Gini coefficient? Means the disparity of the rich and the poor. This disparity of income equality of the rich and poor is very huge. The rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. So for a lot of people, they ask me, so what can we do to change the, what you call it, the financial landscape of our life? And the difference here is this thing called ilmu, ilmu, knowledge. And just now, of course, I share with you insurance as a form of liability cancellation. It means what? Means you have your mortgages, and then yeah, when you buy insurance, yeah, if suddenly death happen, total permanent disability happen, terminal illness happen, you want to cancel your liability. That's the first part itself. Okay, now the second part itself, right, in terms of income replacement and saving up to have a comfortable retirement, right, in the future. So how to go about that? Then that's where I would like to introduce this thing called Sharia compliant insurance. Sharia compliant insurance. Okay, so right now most of us we are working. All right, we get our gaji lah, and we get our salary, and that salary is being used to pay for our expenses.
Mm.
But what if lah, put there lah one day, total permanent disability, terminal illness or critical illness, early critical illness, intermediate critical illness, advanced stage critical illness were to happen, then how? And so that's why we get halal insurance. And the beautiful part about halal insurance is what though? Halal insurance, they have this thing called cash value. And they have this thing called cash value. Right? A lot of my clients ask me, Helmi, I buy insurance, right? I want to know lah, I give you $100 a month, or I give you $300 a month, or I give you $500 a month. This money go where exactly? Right? Go where exactly? This is necessary for us to know, right? So halal insurance, when you put money every single month, where it goes exactly? It goes to a Sharia compliant fund. And this beautiful part about the Sharia compliant fund, you have Islamic finance scholars to monitor and endorse that every single stocks or what in their portfolio is halal, is Sharia compliant at any given point of time. And so when you get this type of plan, you get two things. First thing first, insurance, you get yourself covered. No need to worry lah. If death happen, total permanent disability happen, or critical illness happen, you get some amount of money that can tide you over difficult, what you call that, difficult times. And the second thing here is that you get to grow your money and the Sharia compliant way in Singapore without riba, without maysir, and without gharar. right? There's this thing called
Is
what?
it
There's this thing
something
called
like endowment or something?
no, no. Is putting money into a Sharia compliant fund.
Okay.
So this is a bit specialized. Yeah. And so basically you know where your money go, and the money goes into a Sharia compliant fund.
Okay.
And for a lot of people ask me, why must it be Sharia compliant? Because at the end of the day, we have to understand the rezeki is all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Ar-Razak, and the provider. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who provide us with rezeki. And so we want to ensure that whatever thing that we do is halal, is Sharia compliant. Because why? Because we want the barakah. Alah, easy to say lah. And dunia dapat, akhirat pun dapat. Alhamdulillah.
All right. So I think it's a very good thing because why? It's not only covering us comprehensively, like house whatsoever, our our illness. If let's say it comes early, and it also help us to have a plan. If let's say, is if it's time for you to stop working, then you have some funds already prepared for you.
Exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
And there's a Malay proverb that say lah, sedikit-sedikit lama-lama jadi bukit.
Yes.
Uh, and I like your idea. Yeah, start early and start early. And the thing here is that for a lot of people they like to procrastinate lah. Wait
True.
lah. Then until like your time, kan, 55 years old, then baru
Correct.
start planning for retirement. Yeah, you can plan for your retirement, but you need to save more. 55 as compared to someone in their 20s or 30s.
Correct. So this is where actually I witnessed myself. So and when I saw this trend is happening, especially when my early days of real estate, I saw, how come they never plan? I keep thinking myself, didn't they plan earlier? And then I can see that the 50s, once they turn to the 60s today, their brothers and their sisters, or maybe some of them, their children now is like, the late 40s, also having the same problem. So we must break this chain, you see.
Exactly,
We
exactly.
must do our part to break the chain from happening over and over again because we are able to witness this is
Yes.
the mistake they done. So what are those good solutions that we can avoid? So I got one more question for you, if you don't
Yeah.
mind me. I know
It's
you
okay.
have another meeting
Yeah.
coming up. Just one, just one. All right, because I think it will help many of our consumer out there.
Yeah.
As you say, income inequality is getting pretty well. We can witness is getting apart.
Yes,
All right,
correct.
the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer. Those people who needs to work hard, already working hard now, they got to work even harder to get ends meets, right? So if let's say, because you see, some of them are in the in between, the sandwich class.
Okay.
All right, the low income earner, the sandwich class, and then the high income earner. Of course, the high income earner, we don't need to talk so much. Normally, they will get a lot of things covered for themselves. All right, the sandwich class is also like daily get by. All right. Now let's say we just want to focus from the daily get by and also the low income earner. If
Okay.
to get all this comprehensive to plan for this, all right, is it still reachable for them? Because why? You see, to get by every single day in Singapore also quite tough.
Correct, correct.
So what is the minimum that is easy for them to get by?
Yeah.
And at least to salvage that, I know by this year I have this saving. But
Okay.
I know that if let's say anything happens to me, I fall sick,
Yeah.
I got the early terminal illness or whatsoever, I don't need to worry about my medical expenses.
Yes, yes.
So can you just share with us a little bit of what would be the best minimum funds like daily basis or monthly basis
Yeah. So
that one
usually
can
what
cover?
what I recommend, I mean, for everyone out there, right, is that your basics, finance, must be okay first lah. Basic
True.
means what, Basic means first thing first, you need to have your 3 to 6 months emergency expenses in your bank account at all time. So example, if your monthly expenses is $2,000 a month, okay, you need to have at least $6,000 and in your bank account at all time. Because the danger here is that for some people they don't have any savings at all.
True.
So this one must have first lah. Must have first. Okay, the second thing here is that you need to have a comprehensive hospital insurance plan in place also. This is also very, very important. And because why? Because yeah, I mean, I can share with you, I've been in the industry for like 13 years, right? Death claim so far only
Oh,
about
same
10,
same time, ah.
same time,
Ah,
Alhamdulillah.
we have the same anniversary, 13 years.
Oh, 13 years, right? Okay, 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 good. Yeah, so I mean, death claims, right? so far I've done only about like 10, 11 death claims, but clients hospitalized, mashallah, subhanallah, like really a lot, like you cannot like count but with your fingers, that kind of thing, right? And in fact, just like was like last year, my first time hospitalized, my bills, right, come to about $30,000 for 8 days hospitalization. Right. So if I don't have my emergency fund ready, if I don't have a comprehensive hospital insurance plan ready, then my fund will be koyak. So
Correct.
yeah. And for some people they told me, but help me really lah, I try to save, I cannot save lah. Can never save. Start with the simple things first lah. And what do I mean by simple things lah? So example, like every day like you go out and spend your money. Okay, you have your wallet and you spend your money. Inside your wallet you have this thing called notes lah. Alright. After you spend your money, you have this thing called what? Coins. Okay, so what you do here, right, at the end of the day, take all your coins and put into a tabung. Just this simple technique. Because some people say, Allah, I don't know, you talk about what advanced stage about finance, all that. No, just start with yourself first. Something very simple. Every day you spend money, right? Yeah, you spend money. Okay, so you take your notes, then you get back coins. That coins put into tabung. And just now like what you shared with me earlier, right, is that you can see this vicious cycle. And meaning what? Meaning, example, if the parents have bad money management technique, right, it goes down to the children also. Yeah, to change that cycle, right, we have to start with ourselves first. These are simple things we can do for ourselves, and then we can pass down to our children. And the Malay proverb say, "Melentur bulu biarlah dia gabungnya." Right? So we ourselves, we take action to improve our personal finance by doing this kind of thing. Then we share with our children. You see, daddy, mommy also doing this. You also must do this. Right?
I think it's a very good cycle, and then in fact myself, every single day we practice to allow our children to keep the coins into their piggy bank, their
Yes,
own saving box lah. So they individually have their own box, then you will have to put the coins every single day. Be it whatever coins, you have $1 or you have 20 cents or whatever inside the pocket, is ask them to do the saving so that it will implant inside their mind that saving is very important.
yes, yes.
Ah,
So share with them. Save first, then spend. Pay yourself first. This
true,
is
true.
something. Yeah. So we ourselves, when we get our gaji, right, we set aside certain percentage for savings. So we do it for ourselves, and then we impart the same good money value to our children. Even
Correct.
theirs is only they get only like $2, every day or what, to go to school, $4 per day to go to school. Out of that $4, set aside some of that fund, some of that small little money into the piggy bank first. Save
I
first,
think
then spend.
I think in a short term note for this is we must make sure we are prudent with our spending.
Exactly.
We are prudent that we know we have coverage for 3 to 6 months. One.
Yes,
So then number two, we can start planning ahead for future, and that's
exactly.
where we come and meet up with you. And like yourself, any consumer out there who are listening, I think Helmi, because I actually who know Helmi not long actually. It's only about 2 months ago. I bumped to him with one of the courses we are going to in KL. That it's we bump with the same hotel, coincidentally, and
Yeah, destiny lah,
unfortunately,
destiny.
it's a destiny. Unfortunately, we cannot go for the course at the auditorium because why the COVID-19 cases rise up in Malaysia. We are stuck in the hotel, looking at our own laptop to do the Zoom seminar and etc. So that's why I start to meet him only in March. However, we have been socially friend in Facebook for many years. I watch you,
Yes,
you watch me, but we never contact one another until we bump there, right? So
yes,
after
yes.
we bump together, that's why we share a lot of information like for yourself, insurance, coverage, future planning, financial planning, and I find it very interesting. And also, I might share with you about real estate and
Yes.
etc. We exchange idea. So I find you are very interesting and one of those very very sincere and
Alhamdulillah.
love to share. I love to work with people who likes to share. You see, so
Thank you.
that's why I bring him on the platform, and that's why I think you should all also contact him at his own. You have a Facebook called Takaful.sg, isn't it?
Yeah, I have Takaful.sg Facebook page, and I also have a Helmi Hakim Facebook page lah, where I do almost every day. I do live videos lah,
True.
on Helmi
Helmi
Hakim Facebook
Hakim
page.
Facebook Live. I'm sorry, Facebook page. And also
Yes,
you can call him at the number that is reflected below. 96520134, correct?
yes, correct. Thank you.
Right? So 96520134. Helmi, thank you so much. It's been half an hour, fruitful half an hour.
Thank
Although
you,
I
bro.
promise everyone always to be only 5 minutes, but we
It's okay.
extend further. This is to show our sincerity. We want to have our community lah.
Yes,
Correct,
yes.
huh? All right. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Helmi. I will
Thank you,
continue
bro.
my life with the rest of them.
Thank you, Agent Han.
No worries, man. All right. So everyone out there, as you all know, what our sharings today is to make sure that we are secure for our home, we are secure for our future. That's number one key factor that I always emphasize when I meet up with my clients. However, I leave it to every one of you out there. So if you need help in terms of real estate and my friend services, especially to coverage for your future housing needs and your future, um, you know, uh, investments or plan of saving or etc., what you just need to do is to just click the link above. It will direct you to my WhatsApp, or you can just always call me at 81682313, 81682313. This is Agent Han signing off for my day 77. Bye bye.